Aloha Nui Patriots, it's Shari Raye with the verse of the day, June 9th. And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain, and when he was set, his disciples came unto him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Matthew chapter 5, verses 1 and 2. Two sermons, both delivered on mountains, opened and closed the Lord's public ministry. The first, which we are now discussing, was upon a mountain near Capernaum. The last upon Olivet near Jerusalem, Matthew chapter 24. The theme of each was the kingdom from the heavens. Of the 9 Beatitudes, the first 4 proclaim the salvation experience. They are Azazanan Teifein Christ. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. First of all, the individual must know and realize that he is morally and spiritually bankrupt. That is what is meant by being poor in spirit. It is hard for man to understand that's what he is, and harder still for him to admit it. But entrance into this kingdom of heaven demands that man admit what he is. Blessed are they who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Now, this doesn't really speak about sadness or mourning at funerals. Instead, it refers to being sorry for one's undone condition before God. Once again, we go back to admitting what we are, and honestly, we are sorry, very sorry. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. You know, the proud will not come to God, and if they do, they just won't admit what they are, so they leave without having received anything. You know, in fact, the key to all the Beatitudes is actually the very first one, which is being poor in spirit. When we come to realize that, we naturally begin to mourn, and that in turn leads us to meekness. Interestingly, the only personal thing that Jesus ever really said about himself was that he was meek and lowly in heart, as we see in Matthew chapter 11, verse 29. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Having fulfilled the first 3, such will guarantee a hunger and thirst after righteousness. This being the case, it is guaranteed a fulfillment. Those first 4 Beatitudes being carried out, the balance will fall into place. I might quickly add, the only way that any person can be what these Beatitudes state is that faith is ever in Christ and what he did for us at the cross. Only when one sees the cross and sees it properly can one come to the place of being poor in spirit, which, as stated, is the key to all the other Beatitudes.